Schheit. Good day. Shkikian Squachicha, Mutanil Joy Schneider Shamasquachich. My name is Kikia, and my English name is Joy Schneider, and I'm bringing to you today a resource for the Schmackum Blended Immersion Program 2025-26, booklet number 11, which covers lesson number 36 in the Uckelmuksh curriculum for the advanced learner, published in 1981 by the Tazil Publishing House. Learning a little bit about numbers and how we count in our beautiful Uckelmuksh. Enjoy. When we count in Uckelmuksh, we use different terms for the numbers 1 to 10 when counting things, counting people, and for counting animals. In the table below, you can see the differences between how we say these numbers depending on what we are counting. One thing is pala, one person is papla, and one animal is pepla. Two things is antwash, two people in antwash, and two animals is atnwash. Three things we say katlash. For three people we say in katlash. And for three animals we say katlish. Four things is hochin. For people we say in hochin. And for four animals we say hoochin. Five things is chilkt. Five people in chichilkt. And five animals is chichlicht. That one's really hard for me to say. So to say we have six things, we would use the number klakmukst. Counting people, if there are six, we would say in klakmukst. And for six animals, klakamst. For seven things, chuchlaka. Seven people, in chuchlaka. And for animals, chuchlaka. For eight things, balupst. For eight people, in balpalupst. And for animals, for there are eight of them, we will say palupst. Palupst. Nine things is kampalamine. Nine people in kampalamine. And nine animals, we would say kampalamine. And for the number 10, if it's things, we will say kump. If it's people, in kump. And for animals, kakump. To count beyond the number 10, to say 11, 12, 13, etc., we say 10 and 1 for 10 for 11, 10 and 2 for 12, 10 and 3 for 13, etc. See examples below. So for 11, we would say kampwi or muta pala. I find that I hear kampwi more often, and it seems to flow better, so I'm going to use we as I demonstrate these examples or share these examples. So 11, kamp, which is 10, we, and pala, which is 1. So kampwi pala equals 11. Kampwi antwash means 12. Kampwi kaslash is 13. Kampwi hochin is 14. Kampwi chilkt is 15. Kampwi klakamksht is 16. And Kampwi chutlaka, 17. Kampwi palupst, 18. And Kampwi kampalamine is 19. And just going by the forms that are being used for 10 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, etc., you should be able to tell me if I am counting things or people or animals. We do something similar when we want to say the numbers 20, 30, 40, etc., and 100, 101, 120. You can follow the rules and apply them across the 20s, 30s, 40s, etc. So for 20, we now say 2 and 10, or 2 times 10. So 20 is antwash kushkamsh. 21, antwash kushkamsh weepala. So you see we're doing 2 times 10 and 1 is 21. Antwash kushkamsh weepala. 22, antwash kushkamsh we antwash. And so you would carry on through the numbers to get up to 30. For 30, katlash kushkamsh. So 3 and times 10. Katlash kushkamsh. 40, hochin kushkamsh. 50, chilks kushkamsh. 60, kakamuksh kushkamsh. 70, chutlaka kushkamsh. 80, palupst kushkamsh. 90, kampalamin kushkamsh. And so you can tell again by the form of the numbers used in these examples what I am counting. 100 is really difficult for me to say. And when you hear fluent speakers say it, it's much more, it's not as choppy, but I'll give it my best shot. 100 equals, and you can go to First Voices. I've got a QR code at the end of this resource that will take you right to the numbers page on the Lil Watt First Voices, where you can hear fluent speakers saying the numbers. So 100 equals hachpkanch, hachpkanch. 101, hachpkanch weepala. 111, hachpkanch we gump weepala. And 120, hachpkanch ki we antwash kushkamsh. And you can see the rule for counting for 121 up to 200 and 1000. So you would say for 121, Hachkanch we Antwash Kushkamsh we Bala. So the numbers are getting very long. Hachkanch we Antwash Kushkamsh we Pala is 121. And for 200, 300, 400, you just put the 2, the 3, the 4 times the 100, just like we did with the tens, counting up in tens. So 200 would be Antwash Kushkanch, and 1000 equals Gump we Hachkanch. So 10 times 100 for 1,000. So the curriculum for advanced learner in Uklmuksh book goes on to provide a couple of examples of phrases that use counting words. In the first one, we have Antwash Ian Kmuta. Antwash Ian Kmuta. I have 2 hats, so you can see in the red it's things, and so the number matches for the number 2, Antwash. I've color coded that. It helps me to learn. And for the next sentence, she has 3 children in Katlash e in Jamalcha. In Katlash e in Jamalcha. She has 3 children. And then we have for he has 25 horses. Antwash we shkakamp we chichilcht e tskahasha. Antwash we shkakamp we chichilcht e tskahasha. So that is, he has 25 horses, but we can also, it notes in the curriculum, just change the last part of the number. So we could also say, Antwash kushkamp we chicheslecht, to indicate that number there. Chicheslecht tells us we're counting animals. We don't have to change all of the numbers before to the animal form. We just continue to use the thing form. So Antwash kushkamp we chicheslecht e tkashashwa. Not schwa, sha. Antwash kushkamp we chicheslecht e tkahasha is also acceptable. Muta, or another example provided by the curriculum. Nilti quam comet juzaitni ianatwasha kalkalmanum. Nilti quam comet juzaitni ianatwasha kalkalmimum. That is nilti. A funny kwamkmet thing that happened, Shizaiten, to the two in Atwasha, old people, Kashmemen. Lesson 36 wraps up on page 55 of the Advanced Curriculum book to provide words for how we would say how much or how many, and to count, because they are different when applying these words to special forms of things, people, and animals. See table below. So when we want to ask how much or how many, and we're talking about things, we say quin, for how many things. We say in quin, when we're asking how many people, and we say quen, when asking how many animals. And if we're talking about counting things, people, and animals, we use different words as well. So if we're going to count things, we say hucken. If we're going to count people, in hucken, hucken. And to count animals, it's hucken. Nishti. That's it for the numbers lesson. As I mentioned earlier in the presentation, there's a QR code available there for you to scan. It will bring you to the Lilwat First Voices page on numbers. You can hear fluent speakers saying the numbers, the different versions of how we use the numbers. And we raise our hands to the First Peoples Cultural Council for making it possible for us to do this work, to learn to read, write, hear, speak our beautiful Ukhulmuksh. And I also raise my hands to the Ukhulmuk All Nation Services Society, without whom it would be possible for us to be here and doing this important work. I raise my hands to all of you who are taking the time to watch and listen and hopefully practice saying all of the words and the phrases that you're hearing in the not only the resources that we're providing, but the links to speakers saying these phrases, to recordings of speakers on the Lilwat First Voices and the Northern Statlium First Voices sites. Kukshtamush Kalap, we all thank you all. Takaman Shnuknukwa, all my relations, and Amakushwaju. Be well.